Hey everybody, welcome to Hunters Connect. I'm Zach, and today we're going to be talking about how to set up a tree stand when you're deer hunting. Right now I'm standing on a deer trail that's just inside the timber, and behind us is a oak tree that we would potentially put a tree stand in. This tree is a really good option because it's got several different trunks that's going to break up your outline. The base of the tree is also a little bit lower than this trail, so when you get up you're going to be above the deer, but you're not going to have too steep of an angle, so you're going to be able to shoot that deer at a slightly lower angle than you when you're up in that tree. If you were hunting with a gun, you wouldn't want to necessarily set up this close to the trail. You could push that distance more to about 40 to 75 yards to get that ideal shot for whatever weapon you're using. When you set up a tree stand, you want to make sure that your dominant hand, the side that you shoot on, is open enough to be able to hit the trail that you're set up on, or maybe even multiple trails. But the main point here is you want to make sure that you've set yourself up for a good, clear, ethical shot at the deer trail. And when you set your tree stand up perpendicular to that trail, you're going to have that ethical broadside shot at the deer. If you're hunting on a property that you can cut shooting lanes, that's a good option if you're bow hunting or gun hunting. Or if you're somewhere where you can't trim, you want to make sure that the area that you pick for your tree stand has openings from that deer trail up to where your potential setup's going to be. Tree stand height is going to vary based off the setup, but the most important thing to us when we're going out into the woods is looking for a good shot angle. We don't want to be too high in a specific setup to have too of an extreme angle down at the deer, but we want to be high enough that we're out of sight and covered from that deer walking down the trail. So for example, in a tree with a lot of good cover, you may only have to get up 10 feet or so, but in a different situation, we may get up to 25 feet just to stay out of sight of that deer. The first thing that you want to make sure that you do when you're setting up a tree stand is make sure you have that ethical shot. You want to make sure you have multiple shooting lanes. You're going to be able to shoot with your dominant hand. A lot of times we're practice drawing, practice aiming with the gun to different trails and different shooting lanes. That way we know if a deer shows up, we're going to have a clear shot. You're also going to want to make sure that you have enough cover that you're not going to get busted every time a deer comes down the trail that you're set up on. So hopefully this tip helps you get set up on a deer trail and get some good shots at deer this fall.